Hi everyone! Today's fashion edition is going to take a look at some of the other guests from the Kardashian Kris Jenner birthday party. We covered some new details on the Meg's travesty of an outfit over on the other channel, so I will link that for you and you can go check it out. But before we begin, please consider subscribing, click the like button and the hype button, but only if you want to. So let's start with the Kardashian girls and the star of the show, Kris. So I really liked Kris Jenner's outfit. I thought this red dress was absolutely beautiful. The ruffles helped to give her more of a waistline. The color was vibrant and beautiful, and the opera gloves were perfect. I thought that this was gorgeous, and she looked amazing. It was the exact right outfit to choose. Kylie's I didn't like, though. I absolutely hated what Kylie wore. It's this bodysuit, halter neck style bodysuit, which kind of unfortunately made her bust line look a little bit droopy. And it has this sheer skirt over the top that looks like it's sitting too low, and it looks like she's wearing a bathing suit with like a sheer cover up on top. And then the pointy shoes just sticking out here. I just think this looks awkward. I don't care for this. I don't think it should count as a gown either because of the sheerness of it. It's just not it. It doesn't look good, I don't think. But Kendall's dress was really pretty. It's just a simple red lingerie style dress. Just beautiful. It's perfect. It's nice. It looks well fitting on her. It looks like it fits her nice. Kim Kardashian's was inspired by Halle Berry's 2002 James Bond movie look. And I thought it was really cute actually, because it does give the same vibe as Halle Berry's dress. It was a Bond themed party, so it makes sense, and I thought it was cute. However, it looks like it wasn't fitting super perfectly for her because she was having to kind of hold down the top around the belly, and apparently it was hard to walk in. So, I mean, there's always a line of what's practical versus what's cute. I know some people thought it looked super duper tacky, and there is a lot of skin showing, but I mean, it's Kim Kardashian. That's what she does most of the time. I just thought because it did read as a Bond dress, I feel like it makes sense. And it's not completely sheer. It does have a lining underneath, which I appreciate. Khloe Kardashian's was probably my favorite of the Kardashian girls. This is a custom column gown. It looks absolutely stunning. She looks like, I don't know if they photoshopped her pictures to high heavens or what, but she looks a little bit different. But the outfit itself, the dress, gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And it fits her nicely, and it's not like wrinkled or puckering or anything like that. I didn't love Kourtney's. I've never really liked these types that drape all the way down in the front because I feel like they make the bust line look kind of saggy and it's not as attractive. It's adding a lot of weight just to the front, which works best if you are a very tall, slender body type, like have a lot of torso to work with and a smaller chest. These tend to work better for you. If you have a larger chest, if you have a larger bust line, then it creates more volume and bulk where it's just like volume all the way down. There's no point at which it defines around the waist very nicely. So I tend to think these work better for somebody with a more straight and boxy body type rather than somebody that does have a more hourglass body type like Kourtney. So I didn't love this one. Also, it looks like it's pulling and puckering a little bit throughout the skirt portion. It just wasn't my favorite. I didn't think it looked as nice. We all know what we thought of Meghan Markle's outfit. That you can catch up with over on the other channel if you missed it. Sarah Paulson and Naomi Watts looked cute, but I can't really see their outfits very well because there's not a very good picture of them. It looks like Sarah Paulson's is a little bit voluminous up here, but it has a lot of diagonal lines across the dress, which will help to add shape and flow. Mariah Carey's dress looks really nice, but it almost looks a little bit short. I wish the nude lining went down a little farther, went as far as the sparkles, because this is just making the hemline catch my eye and think that it's too short, unfortunately. But other than that, it looks very beautiful. Adele apparently wore this all black lace dress, but we don't have very many good photographs of it. It looks nice. It looks classic Adele, her styling here too with her ponytail. Paris Hilton wore the ice blue version of Catherine, the Princess of Wales's 007 premiere dress. That beautiful gold champagne dress, so gorgeous. This one, Very gorgeous. I don't like the gloves and shoes, though, that she paired with it because, look, the shoes are kind of lilac-y, and then the gloves are sheer, and then we have the ice blue of the dress. They don't vibe. She should have gone with silver shoes, and then she could have gotten away with these gloves if she wanted, or maybe if she had gloves that were a little bit more silvery, that would have worked nicely. But the dress looks fabulous on her. She looks amazing, and I don't mind the lilac shoes if it weren't for the gloves. But because the gloves and the lilac shoes don't match perfectly with the dress, it's like something has to. Otherwise, it ends up looking a little bit haphazard. I do not care for Oprah or Gayle King's outfits. Oprah's outfit looks not the best. Like, I get that it reins in around the waistline and it might be very comfortable, but it kind of looks like she's headed off to do something else entirely, not go hang out at a party. Gayle King's dress is fine, except for the way this shoulder is. It looks like the additional strap that goes across the side is just like an afterthought that's tacked on at the end that doesn't belong and is just distracting from things. And it can also draw the eye right to that upper arm area, which for some people, they really don't want the eye drawn there specifically. I don't particularly like Melanie Griffith's dress here. It looks like they don't go well together. Like, this silvery top does not vibe with this luscious buttery satin skirt, in my opinion. And I'm not a huge fan of those where your thumb pokes through either. I don't know. Not loving this one. And finally, we have Beyonce. She looks beautiful. I don't know about this, though. I feel like it's a little cluttered, a little over the top. She does that a lot, though. She takes things and elevates them again and again. And sometimes it can be just a little too much. So I think this is kind of right on the edge of too much. But what do you guys think? What was your favorite? Do you agree that Khloe's was the best? I would say that she's probably the best dressed of the night, Khloe was. That was gorgeous. But what do you guys think? Oh yes, I almost forgot. I promised to talk about posture and posing. So the Meg has horrible posture, especially in photographs. As you can see, these are examples of posture just throwing things completely out of whack and ruining a potential photograph. She thrusts her chest upward and she tries to also push her rump back at the same time. And my only guess is that she's trying to add more shape to her rather square body. However, good posing for photos is actually a little bit counterintuitive, especially if it's a photograph like kind of straight on from the front. If you actually tuck your hips just a tad and let your shoulders be down and back in a more relaxed and normal posture, then you actually create more of a waist for your figure because you relax your core rather than flex it. Thanks for joining me for today's fashion edition. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a happy day ahead. I'll see you next time. Bye.